So again, go to Utilities, you create entries. Let's add a new record. Put in the surname and the full name. And some initials. Gender female. We'll have a salary of 12345. And then we enter the currency key. Now at the moment, you'll see there's no drop down or anything like that. So you don't really know what we need to put in this currency key field. For now, I will put GBP because I know that's going to be a proper entry. But what we'll do is save the record. Then we'll go back to the design of our table and we'll build in some error checking to ensure that we do enter correct currency values in this field. And also what would be useful is on the gender. Let's do an example where we can introduce a drop down box so we can only choose two values, male and female. I'll choose save and step back and we'll do just that. So to enable us to build in error checking, we need to use what are called foreign keys. And we'll use foreign keys to ensure the user can only enter valid values. So what we'll do is use some forward navigation and we'll take a look at the value table used for our currency field. So we'll double click. And under the Data Types tab, we can see this data element refers to a standard SAP delivered domain, WAERS. Let's take a look at this domain. So we use forward navigation again, and we can see it's of type currency key, number of characters 5. Now if we go to the value range tab and look down at the bottom, we can see we have a value table. We have covered the value range tab before when we created our table, but as a reminder, we can use a value table to determine the entries we can make in the field within our table that is based on this domain. So let's use some forward navigation to look at this table. Here we can see what the table is made up of. We've got 6 fields. We've got the standard client, currency key, a currency code, and then some other fields. Let's take a browse at the actual data. And if we scroll down, here we go. So this record right here, that's the value I entered into our table, GBP. So I know it's going to be valid, but we can make use of this check table, or this value range table, to ensure we allow the user to only pick values from this table. So let's step back. And we'll step back again. And now we're back to our table. So what we need to do is go back to our Fields tab, highlight our currency field, and then we're going to define a foreign key. So we'll click the foreign key button, and we get asked if we want to create it, and we'll choose yes. And now we've been displayed this create foreign key screen. So what we'll do is key in some short text. And we get the option of 2 fields. Now these 2 fields are the 2 key fields from the TCURC currency table and from our table. We do have the option of ensuring that this foreign key matches both fields, so that when we allow the user to select an entry, The records that are returned will only be valid for the client that we are working in, but in our case we won't choose this client field to be part of the key. We'll just choose our WAERS field. So all we're going to do is click this generic option, and we can wipe out these just for clarity. So then this foreign key will just use our currency field matching the WAERS field in the TCUR table. All we need to do is click on copy, and now our foreign key has been created. So let's activate our table, and let's go and have a look at the data. You can see our last record there, number 04. And when I place my cursor on the currency key field, I can press the F4 key, and now we're displayed with a drop-down box of all valid entries that can go in there. Now we have just chosen to display the data in our table. Therefore, we've got no entry box here, it's only display only. But the drop-down still works to show us the valid values. If we went back to create a record or change a record, let's choose change. Now when we go to the currency key field, we can see that we have the drop down button that's appeared. We can click it and choose an appropriate currency. So let's go down and choose US dollar, and we can see it brings the value back, and we can click save. So our currency key has been saved in US dollars. Let's go back.